We will come back in session so that we can hear from the public defender. Good afternoon.
Your tab number 18 in your notebook.
Thank you.
I'm going to be brief,
Good.
right?
Yeah.
I think I'm the last one.
You are.
Okay. All right. So our vision is pretty much to be representing the people who come into our office or into the criminal justice system. A lot of them are Rockdale County residents. Some of them are not, but most of them are. And to represent them zealously and effectively. So that's pretty much what we've been trying to do and have been doing since we started in December of 23. Every time I've come before the board, so I'll tell you this, when I first started, the office was not fully staffed. It's still not fully staffed. And we also don't have the number of positions that we should have. The public defender's office should not be a third of the size of what the DA's office is, because that's a huge imbalance, right? And the criminal justice system has two sides, defense and prosecution. If they're not balanced, then you're going to end up with a backlog, because it takes a lot to prosecute a case, but it takes even more to defend someone, because their rights are what you're defending. So we need to have the same amount of staff, not necessarily the positions, right? So when I started, like I said, it was not fully staffed. I added a receptionist because they did not have one, a designated receptionist. I added a chief investigator position, a social worker. One of the things that, excuse me, I have noticed over time is that we're getting more and more clients that are suffering from mental health, they have drug or alcohol addiction, or they're homeless, in addition to being in the criminal justice system. So it was very good to have a social worker, and we send a lot of cases to accountability courts. That's your mental health court, which is resource court, drug court, DUI court for misdemeanors, and yeah, those three. So we're covering a lot. Our office is also expected to be, even though we're only mandated to be in Superior and Juvenile Court, we're expected to be in all courts, and I don't have a problem with that. I just need to get staffed up to do it effectively. Because right now, our focus is Juvenile Court and Superior Court, because I only have myself and Attorney Ann Long. I have submitted some paperwork to try and get some contractors. I do have one contractor in Superior Court. I need an additional contractor and 2 contractors in state court. Now, for us, public defender work is a specialized kind of niche. You have to have the temperament and the desire to represent people who can't afford to hire an attorney, because that's very expensive. But it also means that as a public defender, you have to understand that you don't come into this field to become a millionaire or to become, super duper rich. That's not why you do this work. But we all have bills to pay, so I get why people go to other counties, because they can start out fresh out of law school making 6 figures. You're not going to get that here. I can't give you that. I think it's absurd to be paying someone fresh out of law school 6 figures. They don't know anything. They haven't practiced. But that's just me. So that's the competition that we have around us for personnel. And then the other issue is a lot of the people that do come to Rockdale, to my office, are coming past Fulton County, DeKalb County, to come all the way out here. It's a long drive for several people. And that was a complaint that I've heard consistently. One of the things that I've tried to do is, because we are always in court the first 2 weeks of every month, I have tried to say, okay, attorneys can work from home at least once, maybe twice a month, because our clients don't always make appointments. And when they do make appointments, they don't always show up. So we don't know when they're going to show up. So that's why it's not like, okay, you can take these days off and work from home. It's our clients come in to see us and we just don't know when. So somebody has to be there. I was running some numbers, and what I found was in 2024, for the same time period, from January 1st to August 3rd of 24, we opened 49 cases. For that whole year, we had 148 cases. In 2025, same time period, January 1st to August 3rd of 25, we opened 159 cases. Our total cases that we handled that year was 398. This year, and I've been saying this, our cases are going up. This year, January 1st of 26 to August 3rd of 26, we have opened 729 cases. So the volume is increasing. And that comes with Rockdale County is growing. We have a lot of homes that are being built. We have a lot of apartments. With apartments, you have a lot of people congregating, which means the potential for more crime, more arrests, more people going into the jail. So our caseload is increasing. Every time I've come to the board, I think I've asked for at least 1 or 2 positions. And you guys have graciously approved those positions. And guess what? I'm coming again, asking for some more positions.
But you have open positions now.
Correct, I do have open positions, but in order for this office to be fully staffed and functioning adequately, I have, I think HR told me it was like 10, I believe it was 10, or, oh, there you are, sorry. Okay, you're usually over here. I think you said 12 or 13 county positions, and the DA's office has like 30 or 32. So that's the imbalance, okay? Go ahead.
Well, we've done everything to try and support the office, but it looks like retention is the issue. And we've talked about that before.
And one of the things about retention, like I said, was if I'm passing DeKalb County and Fulton County, which is much closer to my home, I might be living in those counties, why would I come here when I can get 6+ figures in those counties
Well, then
and be living closer to home? So
I understand that, but there's also east of us, there's west. I mean, there's different directions we can look at recruitment for.
correct, and I have. I look for recruitment in Walton County, Newton County, Henry, Clayton, etc. Clayton County pays 6 figures.
Well, metro counties that are multiples times our size, I mean,
I understand that.
different.
And so the things that I offer, like I said, is they can work from home at least once or twice a month. We also have pretty good benefits, health and insurance.
We do.
Right. So those are the things that I can offer. For the work and the type of cases that we have a lot of homicides. We have quite a few homicides. We have quite a few vehicular homicides. The people that I can get to come and work with me are people who are who've been practicing as long as I have, and they may be retired from some other place, and so they don't mind getting a smaller paycheck and doing the work. Okay? We do have to try and figure out other ways to keep people engaged. But right now, what I'm trying to do is make sure that the office has the positions in place so that when we get to the point where we have people who really want to do public defender work, and this is not an issue just for this office, it is completely statewide, and actually it's national. It is a national issue.
Sure.
Getting people to do public defender work.
Right.
It's not, back in the day when you started out in law school, you wanted to be either a prosecutor or a public defender. It was like glory work.
That's right.
But things have changed.
Yes.
And they just don't have the
Shift
same.
in mindsets.
Correct. Temperament. So for us to be fully staffed, these are big numbers. In Superior Court, so for each judge should have 2 line attorneys. And then they should have an attorney that specializes in homicides and sex crimes. Thank you for moving it for me, whoever's doing that. Thanks. And sex crimes. Because those are the big types of cases that we have. And those, you can't put somebody fresh out of law school or who has only practiced for 2-3 years, here, go do this homicide as your first trial.
Practice, yeah.
As a lead, okay? In juvenile court, ideally, we can work with 1, but ideally, we should have 2 attorneys, a junior and a senior. We have a senior right now in juvenile court. In state court, again, 2 line attorneys, and then an attorney who can handle vehicular homicides, because we do have quite a few of those, and DUIs, because, again, those are specialty and a little bit more complex. I would also like to have an attorney in Superior Court and in State Court who do accountability, again, because we have so many people who are coming in with a lot of mental health, and so we have a lot of cases that are in accountability courts. And in addition to having to go to court, they also have to go to accountability court meetings and all these staffings and different things in addition to handling all these other cases. So if we can have an attorney that is just focused on the people who have those issues, it takes them kind of out of the courtroom because those cases are going into another court.
Right.
So that is a total of 15 attorneys is what we need. 6 investigators and 7 paralegals.
And what's your total for that?
Oh, and 2 part-time attorneys. The part-time attorneys would be in ordinance court and magistrate court doing committals. And then we'd have state court, juvenile court, and superior court fully staffed. That would take me to 30. Sure. So it's 15 attorneys? 15. No, 15 total. Yeah. I think I have 8 now, so 15 total, so that's 7 more, right? 6 investigators total, and I think I have 2 right now, so that's 4 additional. And 5 additional paralegals, because I have 2. Let me see if I can get down.
All right, so let me just, on behalf of the taxpayers.
I understand.
Okay? So
I'm a
when-
taxpayer too, so I
Okay,
get it.
Okay, good. So when money's invested in there and we hire people and then they're gone, and then we hire people and they're gone, and the time to get familiar with cases, it feels like we don't have something right going on, that there's so much turnover. So we're not delivering services as well as we'd like, but we also aren't being, I don't know what the disconnect is. We did talk about the option of hiring or contracting with attorneys, but it's really hard for me to justify giving more positions out when we can't even handle what we have. I cannot wrap my head around that. I've tried.
I understand. I got you.
honestly.
I understand. But I'm trying to make sure that when we are able to have people who actually want to come and do public defender work, we have the positions in place. And I'm not coming to ask you all for positions because I'm trying to put somebody in it. Does that make sense?
Yes, but
Okay.
I mean, right now, how many are you short?
If I'm not talking about state court, because I'm only supposed to be in juvenile superior court, it would be 2 line attorneys, because we don't have any attorneys that are specialized. They've never had that. So that's 2 attorneys per courtroom, that's 4. We already have Ann Attorney Long does accountability courts. And then juvenile court, we have an attorney in juvenile court. So it's just 1, 2, 3, if I'm just looking at the courtrooms that I'm mandated to be in. If you want me to be in state court and ordinance court and any other courts.
Whatever has been traditionally staffed, how many attorneys are you short?
I'm going to put it to you this way.
Okay.
Things weren't traditionally staffed. And what I mean by that is they've always been short-staffed. And all the attorneys were in every single courtroom all the time, running around with their heads cut off, okay?
Well,
like
I mean,
chickens with their heads cut off.
But you weren't here at that time.
I was not, but when I came in, that's what I saw, okay? So when people say that I created a mess, I did not. I came in to clean up a mess,
Right.
and I have. And I put policies and procedures in place that made because people were doing whatever they wanted to do. I had somebody who said, I work 5 days a week from home, 3 days a week from home, and I'm only coming here 2 days a week. That's not okay, and that's an attorney. That's not okay. I had an investigator who said to me, I don't work on Wednesday afternoons. That's not okay, because you're being paid to do a job. You're being paid to be in the office.
Right.
Okay? And to me, that's theft. Okay? So I cleaned up the mess. I put policies and procedures in place, and those people left. Because why? Because I was there, and the person they wanted to be there wasn't. Okay? So it takes time to build up. Mm-hmm. And that's what I've been doing since I got here. So I understand, as a taxpayer, you think that I can't wrap my head around this. But if you don't put it in place, the system is going to implode.
Okay.
Okay? And in the interim, we can get contractors, because people would rather be in private practice and know that I have this amount that's going to cover my
Right.
my utilities, etc. And then the other money that I get through my private practice, I can get. Okay? So if I have the positions, I can fill them with contractors until people are in the mindset of, you know what, the economy really sucks, and I need to come and get me a steady paycheck. Mm-hmm. Because that's how I ended up coming back out of private practice, because the economy tanked years ago. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I need to get a steady paycheck. I got 2 kids I need to take care of.
That's right.
So we're not there yet, but we will be eventually, hopefully sooner rather than later.
Yes.
So, any other questions?
Do we know what your salary savings is for this year, or even last year?
I do not know what my salary savings are.
They'll find out while you finish your presentation. But
Okay.
um,
That's pretty much all. I wanted to just focus on what I wanted to get in terms of my personnel and why I was asking for it.
okay. So how many investigators do you have right now?
Right now, I have 1 investigator, and I have a chief investigator that I have advertised for. We've got a lot of resumes that we have to review. We just haven't had an opportunity to review them
Can our
yet.
HR department help you with any of that?
Possibly. I'll
Okay.
talk to them.
Yeah, that would be great. And paralegals, how many do you have?
We have 2.
Okay.
But one of the paralegals took the bar, and hopefully she'll pass and she'll go into an APD spot.
That would be great.
Mhm.
And maybe that's a good training field, is all the
Correct.
paralegal programs. I know Emory has a program now for paralegals, and you can earn certified credit and things like that, and I think work through to maybe receive your degree as well.
Okay.
But I saw that the other day, the paralegal program they have, so. All right. And did you want to talk about your CIP program? For capital improvement?
The only capital improvement that I don't have a capital improvement. I think it says 50 on there, but that's from, I think before I started, they were talking about the cars, because our cars are 2017 and that they were going to be replacing them. So there shouldn't be a 50 on there. There's nothing additional. It's just the cars that have been promised.
Oh,
So there's,
yeah.
yeah, there's no 50 on there.
Okay.
That's from before.
Okay. All right, we'll check with fleet and see what the mileage is and everything.
Okay.
All right, anything else?
No, that's it.
all? Okay.
See, I told you I was going to be
Yes,
quick.
thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right, well, that concludes all the presentations for today.
Yes. All right, thank you everyone for coming out. I appreciate your time today.